Good morning or evening, friends. How y'all doing? I'm going to play this match for you, and I'm going to give you what I intend to do here. This might be a longer video than normal. This gentleman was not super thrilled on how I played. We'll get into all that in a second. As you see, I want you to really pay attention to what he does versus what I do. I've done about 2 or 3 different strings. He has not. Most of what he's done is kind of reckless stuff. I'm just trying to keep him at bay, make sure I control the distance without spending too much for projectiles, because his projectile is pretty good. Like that. And this is him throwing a bunch of projectiles. Now, I got hit by one of those because I was trying to go for that low. I know it can duck over some of the mid projectiles and do damage. So that's what I was aiming for. And I got it to work once, but, you know. I should have been punishing harder. I did not get what I wanted. I do like that as a, not a punish, but a nice little go in. I was looking for the overhead, missed the overhead. Trying to keep at a trying to be effective at a distance. If I had gotten that to hit, that would have been the round. Didn't quite get it. I let him back up a little too much because I think his fans are better than most of my attacks. Most of my projectiles I don't think are quite as good as the fan. That's okay. Waiting for it. Round 2. Now, what I saw was at the end of that, it kind of felt like he was trying to teabag a little bit, but I don't know if he was or not. You guys know how I like to play. I like to take people who are zoners and try to at least do some close distance type stuff. But the best way to do that, particularly with somebody like Scarlet, I don't think, I have to check the frame data. I don't think Scarlet has quite the reach that, not the reach, but the speed that Cetrion had. Nice little whiff there. Backed up, he did the jab. I caught him with the back 2 into, back 3 into 2, I think. And that's kind of what I'm up to. Stay out of his range. Make sure I can use stuff effectively from my range. Probably should. I woke up blocking there because I figured if I'd done wake up, he would have blocked it and punished. He did block, so that would have punished. He was getting hit with that low a lot, so I was hoping it would get it to work there, but it did not. But it did not. And then he called me with the random Hail Mary fatal blow. It is what it is. You're going to get caught by that every now and again when you're trying to fill out your opponent, because you kind of need to know who they are and how they play. Simple. It's back in Street Fighter 4, it was the Ultra. Every time and again you get people who do Wake Up Ultra. Wake Up Ultra is not a bad thing, but it ain't good. Now, I played this because he was apparently pretty upset with the way I played. I'm going to play the first 2 rounds. I'll play you some of what happened in the second round so that I explain the message that I sent. You'll get that in a second. And then I'll show you a little bit of kind of the thing I'm talking about. So there he is with the same strings over and over again. I went for the advancing 4. It's a forward 4 into 3 that you can combo into. So I went for that. I really missed the blood tongue out of this variation, but you know, I'm trying to make it work with this particular variation at this moment. That hurt. Missed the sweep, and he gets the win. Now, what you can't see is him talking trash. He was apparently very upset with the way that I played. The way that he felt was that I did too much pressing one button and then backing up. What I attempted to explain to him was that is to make him whiff. If I crouch him, if you do a string and I press down 1, the down 1 is to disrupt you from doing anything else. That way you can't then walk up and throw. That way then you can't do a slower normal or anything like that. Down 1 is simply a disruption technique. The back up is because most of the time after down 1, people will spam down 1 or spam down 3 and try to hit you. So what I try to do is back up after I do down 1 to kind of make them think they have that space. And when they don't have that space, punish them. Pay attention to that combo, by the way. That is 2-1-2 into 4-4 into the attempt at the hemorrhage on the bottom. That's one of the things he was upset about. He said, I should have been trying to do combos like that one because it does more damage. And I was like, but I was doing combos. Meanwhile, because he said I was doing the same thing, he's literally doing the same thing. And I'm not mad at him because I know enough about Katana to know that she doesn't have like There are some characters in this game that have a lot of combo strings, and there are some that don't. Katana is one that does not. Scarlet is one that does not. You're going to see the same combo strings over and over again. Scarlet is also one that, in particular, she doesn't have a lot of combo strings, and a lot of her specials don't lend to combo, if that makes sense. Or even her combo strings don't lend to combo. If you do back 2 into, let's see, back 1 into 2, that's a knockdown. If you do forward 4 into 4 into 3, that's not. It's a low hit, but it stops there. Like it doesn't do a launcher. She doesn't have a lot of launchers. Her best launcher is 2-1-2, and 2-1-2 starts as a high. I think it's high mid high. Either high mid high or high mid mid. 1, it's slow and easily blockable. 2, it's a launch. So once they get launched, people are gonna just spin out of it. It's the smarter thing to do. Not to mention, it's hard to see right here, but there was a pretty good bit of lag going on in this game. I'm not blaming lag for my performance. I'm simply saying that to say, when I start seeing more and more lag in the game, I'm going to stop looking for the combos, and I'm going to start looking for the solid damage. That's smart to me. Because if I'm trying to time something, and you just drop, then I can't really do much about it. Around that time, he's like, of course you did that, of course you did that. He doesn't like the sweeps. He doesn't like the overheads, that type of thing. And one of the things I told him was, that is an overhead. It does not. It goes directly into a knockdown. I can't really do much else other than the overhead after the overhead. So you saying all you keep doing is the same stuff and you're not doing any combos. The best launcher I have is that right there, and it's so easy to see coming into block. So why would I keep doing that if I could? Now you may be able to get more off of the back 3-4. I might have to play with that a little bit more. With the overhead. What I do there? I got in. I did a hit. He blocked it. When I got done doing the hit and him blocking it, I backed away. He did exactly like I said earlier, down 1. And when he did down 1, I was out of his range, and I could whiff punish it. That's part of the way to play the game, is to make your opponent think there's an opening where there is no opening. So about this time, I started searching for my mic, and we got on. He picked Scorpion, and just to show you, like, there wasn't much fighting. It was just going back and forth.
Play to try to win this game.
And I'll play a little bit more of kind of what I said and that kind of thing.
You sat here and whined, you complained because I was doing the same thing and it worked. Okay, and you were still doing the exact same thing in a row. You were doing the same combo the whole time. That's the point. I don't think you understand this. The point is not for you to be able to do something that works. The point is for me to fight you. The point is for me to do something that you're not expecting. The point is for me to make you think you have an opening and then to hit you when you don't. That is the point. But the whole notion that for whatever reason I gotta sit here and play and stand right in front of you, I can't back up, I can't try to make you whiff. You just said I did one thing, backed up, and then did damage. Okay, so if I hit you with an overhead that knocks you down because you are blocking low, what else am I supposed to do? You can't combo.
The plan right now, these are all videos you're going to see. The plan right now is to complete this. We're going to try to do 10 days in. We're going to try to do 10 days of Scarlet and see if we can't just ball out for 10 days straight. Hopefully we're going to see how far we get. We're at Apprentice right now. That's about the lowest you can get. So we're just going to see how far we can get in those 10 days with that. I'm almost at my limit. I got, how many daily challenges? Yeah, I got like 7 daily challenges to do. That's fine. After I kind of unloaded on him, this was my response. I'm not sorry for what I said, because a lot of what I said was essentially, you're upset because I'm playing the game in a way that you don't like, which is fine. But don't come up and yell and cuss and tell me how terrible I am and that kind of thing. I'm learning a character, and in learning a character, A, no, I'm not going to have the most optimized damage. B, he kept saying, well, my friends play Scarlet, and they do much better than you do. Well, good for your friends. They play Scarlet. I don't play Scarlet. I do not play Scarlet. So I don't have the most optimized combos. However, one of the combos that he's talking about is one that I tried and failed, And he actually mentioned that when he was saying to do the 2-1-2. He didn't use it like this, but 2-1-2 into launcher, into 4-4, and then go into like a little ground hemorrhage thing. That does not work. Or if it does work, I haven't figured out how to work. I think what he meant to say was forward 4-3, but either way, that's there. Either way, I kind of blew up on the guy. I didn't cuss or anything like that, but I was frustrated, and I allowed my personal feeling to seep into the game, and that's not what we should do. We should be kind of rise above that kind of thing. Can't let, no matter what kind of day I'm having, that should not change that. So I say that to say this. What he doesn't know is that I practiced Scarlet. I actually did. And the stuff that he's talking about, I already know it. So, what he kept saying was I should do something like this. And go into, is this hemorrhage? Is that the name of that attack? Boiling Point. Boiling Point is one of my favorite attacks, by the way. Look at that. Arrgh! Oh, feel the pain. So he was saying I should do 2-1-2 into 4-4. As he said, circle, circle. So 2-1-2 into 4-4, and then hit hemorrhage. If you see in the game, I actually tried that once, or not hemorrhage, boiling point. I actually tried that at one point. Dang it, where's the other kick? I can't get this to work now. Oh, it did hit that time. I was not getting that to hit at all after this. But the better way to do it, as I found out while I was testing the character, is instead of doing 4-4, do forward 4-2. I'm sorry, forward 4-3. So it's come on. What is going on? Where is it? Holy crap, am I on? 1 second. Let's do long input. I don't know if I want to do long input typing. It needs to just work. Just work. 1, 2. There it goes. So 1, 2, 3. Wow. It's just eating the forward 4. There you go. That is the easiest way to do that combo. But as you see, I'm having trouble getting that to work now. With no problem whatsoever, like with nothing going on whatsoever. In a laggy match, I am not tripping on trying to get this to work. I'm just trying to get the win. And so my plan is going to be to do pokes and stuff like this. And when they try to poke, back up, hit them. My plan is going to be to do strings, back up, sweep them. Because this gives them a knockdown, and now they have to make a guess on wake up. Or if not even a guess on wake up, they have to deal with my wake up one way or the other. Being able to do, no matter how great it looks. Alright. So that is 317 damage. Great. Look at the distance now. Now I'm forced into playing the zoning game, which I'm not super fond of. But now I can play the zoning game. As opposed to just doing, because this pushes him further away. So I have no overhead I can use. No low I can use. With the exception of this projectile. Which it gives a pretty good tell that you're doing it. But if I do instead this, oh wait, let's do this. Come on, baby. So we do this instead. And now look where it puts them. Low works. Overhead works. Dash in, dash out, throw works. All kinds of options instead of going for that. And the amount of damage I'm getting is at the very least comparable. We're at 100 less damage, right? Okay. So if I get the overhead on that, we're about there. If I get the sweep on that, we're about there. We're 30 or 40 damage left, and that puts him in another mix-up state. If I get the throw, we're actually doing more damage. So I'm looking more for a setup because I'm playing against an actual opponent who can block. So, and it is difficult to get this to work. Can I do this? See if I can do this. I feel like I sound like Bill Clinton. And you're also dealing with an opponent who can do this. Whoops, did I do block? Did I do block all? I did do block all. Who can do this? So why am I tripping on trying to get this combo reel that may or may not work? That being said, I need to find out what her breakaway thing is. It's probably something, or her armor break. Let's see if we can find it right quick. Armor break is, oh, it is in this one. Blood spatter. So it's this. And it doesn't even do much. Unless you have them in the corner, this armor break is not that good. It's not necessarily... I'm not going to do that all day. I guess I could do that to make it bigger. 1, 2... None of these are coming out, man. But even that knocks you away. So, knowing... Because there was one time that I was able to get the combo off. The first time I did it, I think I did this, and he spun out. Cool. The second time I did it, I think I did this. Whoops. Go ahead and knock that out, and I did that. And I think I was trying to go for the flame, the blood tongue, but blood tongue is not this variation. So why am I stressing over something that ain't there? It does not make sense. So yeah, I may have blown up on the guy a little bit. I will go as far as to say he may have deserved it a little bit, but at the end of the day, this is just a game. This is no reason for me to get my blood pressure raised, for him to get his blood pressure raised, for us to get angry at each other over something. Like, I'll never see that guy again. You know what I mean? I can stress over this all day long, but I'll never see him. He'll never see me. If we do see each other, we won't know that we're one or the other. There's no need to get stressed over this. None whatsoever. And that's 196. So, that's at 215. And that's at 224. So, even this at 196 is not as good as the combo I was doing right here. That does more damage. That's a more solid combo. So, I mean, look, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I've told you guys my plan. 10 days to be a better Scarlet. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'll try my best not to make these whiny videos where I'm lamenting some kid upset because I wasn't playing the game he wanted me to play. Like he's my disappointed dad or something like that. Like part of it's that. Part of it's like, this kid is upset sitting at his home. Like, at one point, one of the things he did say was, I know you can do better than that. And I'm like, what? You don't know me. What do you mean you know I can do better than that? You're not my dad. What is this? I know you can do better than that. Sorry, Dad. I'll do some more reps tonight, I guess. But I mean, at the end of the day, what it comes down to is I have to act with more civility. He may or may not have to. That's up to him. However he wants to live his life is fine. How I live my life is what's important to me. So I got to act with more civility than that. And quite frankly, I should have just left the mic off. I don't know why. I think I was just hungry or something, man. Because whatever it was, I was mad. I was like, bruh, explain to me why you're over there whining. Tell me something, because you're apparently a jerk, mother. So, like, I could do better than that. He can do better, I can do better, we can both do better. I don't care if he does do better. You have my vow, I will do better. Now, that doesn't mean I won't talk to people, especially when they're talking crap. Particularly about that, because I know what I'm doing, even if they don't. So, I know if I do this into this, I'm trying to bait them to do something. If I do I'm trying to bait them to do this. So when they stick out, I can do that. Or I can do that. Particularly if I do this, because I need to learn about... I try to make sure I use her over... Excuse me. Try to use her fatal blows more. Because she's got a lot of them. Or crushing blows. She's got a lot of crushing blows that do some pretty good damage. That's not great damage. But I should be able to set that up. And I can't set that up if I'm not actively playing around it. And one of the ways to play around it is to, because it's so slow, you have to set this up. You can't just throw this out. I guess you could do stuff like that, but even that's backing up. So one of the ways I'd like to set this up is down one, particularly after a block string, down one into backdash. So, and then I can get him with that. I also like using 2. This has gone to a little Scarlet tutorial or whatever. Not even 2, because 2 can be canceled. And it gives you this combo. The problem with using 2 as a starter is that it's a high. This is a better starter. That's not good. Forward 4 is a better starter. 1 is not a good one. Back, that's a good one right there. Because what you want is back 1 there. So you can do this into an attack to kind of keep your opponent guessing. And it's a mid. That's probably her fastest mid there. I'd wager to say. But the goal is to keep your opponent guessing what you're going to do next. And this is not necessarily a good thing to keep swinging out a lot. Even though it does give you the launcher. Because it does not give you very good... Like, the damage you're about to get is not worth being unsafe after that, and being able to... them just being able to whiff this, make you whiff this by crouching, and punish you. So, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing it. It may not be the best plan, but that's why I'm learning her. That's the plan, to learn her, to learn what is the best plan. And just the notion of... I have friends that... And at one point I did ask him, I was like, well, so what would you do in that situation? Because he's like, I don't know. I don't know her strings. I haven't played Scarlet. Because I said a lot of her normals are slower normals. And he's like, well, I don't play Scarlet, so I don't know that. And I'm like, so if you don't play Scarlet, why would you sit here and tell me what I should be able to do? Well, I have friends that play Scarlet, and they get way more damage. But we're not talking about damage. We're talking about a match. This is not a combo video. I will say this, and this is why I say I'm not really... of apologizing, but not really apologizing. Stop acting like whoever you're playing online owes you anything. They don't have to show you a thing. They're not here to impress you. It's a quick match and we're out. We are out of here. So this notion that somehow they're not playing, they suck, they do this, they do that, it doesn't matter. Is it effective? And particularly if he's right and if all I do is this, you should be able to handle that. Katana has so many very good ranged attacks. She can move much better. Scarlet moves kind of sluggish. She's got some good dashing. A little bit. Forward dash a little good. But I think Katana moves a little faster than Scarlet does. I have to check that to be sure. That's the kind of thing I'm looking at. Either way, I thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I won't be this whiny next time, I guess. Sorry. I'm going to have more matches. You've seen them. Got some more stuff in the wings. Put some of that up. More positive vibes, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.